아, 또 형님이랑 하면 또 이거 어려운데 무서운데. 그러면은 잠깐만요. 형님 음성 키웠고 오케이. 일단 초반 킴벌리, 릴리 걔네들은 저도 아직 손 안 돼가지고 아직 그거 걔네들 연습 안 해봐가지고 좀 그 콤보 트라이얼은 했는데 아직은 좀 더 연구해봐야 돼요 걔네들은. 실전에서 아직 쓸만한 그런 실력이 아니라서.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
야, 가자.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Knockdown. Down to
Oh.
the wire.
나이스.
Chases them down.
가자.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Sticks the jump in. You've got to be mindful of Reek springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Player 1 will need to play it to drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Player experience
Oh.
burnout.
무지다. 무지다. 무지요. 콤보 겁나 잘 넣으셔. 아닙니다.
Nothing but air. What'll happen here? The drive impact doesn't work. There's a burnout. This is the time to use fireball to chip away. What a smart blow. Oh, here we go. They must have a game plan here with
아.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The throw whiffs. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. Player 2 is working and eats. Hits them with a stop and pop.
갑니다.
That's gonna leave him rattled. Gutsy play with the grab. Looking for a hole. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Sees the overhead coming. Medium kick. Flatline done.
카운터 맞았어요.
Player
퍼니시
2
카운터.
made all the right
장기부 최고.
It's not over yet.
그래요?
Believe it's time for that run back. Throws a fireball. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right. Spends a little drive gauge.
갑니다.
That overhead was a bit obvious. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge?
어.
Knockdown. Parries the attack. Very solid corner switch. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Life lead opens up. Great work.
어,
finding the opening.
안 된다. 아.
Hits the grab. A little too greedy.
이거 안 나가신다.
Experiencing burnout.
아. 아.
Player 1
멋져요.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Song coming and goes for the Boris anti-air. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has
갑니다.
looking to plant him with a pile driver. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. medium kick hits. What's the next move? Looking for a chance. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the burnout activates.
멋져요.
Hits him with a stop and pop.
갑니다. 장기 붙이고. 장기프가 이번에 근데 그 뭐냐 살리 형님 말로는 장기프 잡는 게 그거 무적이 없대요. 무적기가 하나도. 그래서 좀 심리전 잘 해야 돼가지고.
Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 with the life lead.
맞아요.
Next up, reads the throw and shuts it down. Uncomfortable space here. Then they clip each other on the edge. Well
갑니다.
Player 2 chases them down. Tries to keep the pressure
근데
on the
뭐냐,
opponent by zoning with fireball.
살리 형님한테 잘 당해요. 근데 잡기 심리를 잘 하시더라고요.
Throws them to start the corner pressure. Oh, easy tech.
아!
To do some damage after that wall splat. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance.
아!
That drive impact isn't going to work.
너무 아파요.
Fighters experiencing burnout. Player 2 has the pin there.
몰라.
Player
일단
2
갈기고 봐.
picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Both sides reluctant to get in each other's faces, but who will seize control this round? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Jones with the fireball.
이것이지요.
Because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to
갑니다.
might go for a side switch. Player 2 hold it on. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage.
아!
Drive impact isn't going to work.
멋져요. 멋져요.
Are they actually dead?
회장 나 두두봉님이랑 하고 있어.
It doesn't kill.
멋져요.
Still in this. Player 1 how did
아이고.
they anticipate that jump in? Here's the final round.
회장이요 회장이.
Starts now.
방송 켰는데 회장이가 놀러 왔어요.
Back at the start. They're not taking any chances. Uses the target combo as a filler. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Oh, in!
멋져요.
Going in. Player 1 throws them.
멋져요.
That throw will do some good damage. Target combo into getting up close and personal. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Shakes things up with a fireball. What now? Oh my god, they just choked it up. Throw is denied. Sees the overhead coming.
멋져요. 너무 멋져요.
Can't use any all the throws.
멋져요.
Here comes fire. You serious? That comeback
멋져
was
멋져. 최고 최고.
play out of their goddamn mind there. Player 1
에이 아니에요.
definitely
아니 그렇지 않습니다.
win.
그렇지 않아요.
Scuffle. Genius read with that throw escape. Can't tech the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag him with something. Starts off opponent with fireball. Player 1 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Does a good job of pushing back. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Throws them. What's next? Drive rush. Gets in their face.
아이고 너무 빨랐다.
And a super
멋져요. 너무 잘하셔. 최고 최고.
one on the board goes with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
최고 최고.
Opts to create space to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Medium kick hits. Player 1 spends the Super Art to take the last round, but how will they handle the meter deficit? The jump-in is denied. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Overdrive arts give Moose a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. You've got to be strings forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Drive rush to keep it going. Connect with medium. Overdrive. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range.
오!
Smart.
아, 너무 안 아프게 때렸다.
Quick breather. Forward rush. Jump. Barely blocks the jumping. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Uses their drive gauge. Their will to win is really being tested.
아이고, 아, 너무 늦게 점프했다. 무짱무짱! 최고 최고!
That was a decisive win.
짜라요!
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? The super armor does its job. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Knockdown. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 1 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Player 1 chases them.
가자! 아이고, 실수했다. 한 번 더 하면 되지 뭐.
Chances to do damage here. Very solid corner switch.
한 번 더 가지 뭐.
Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart driving.
가자!
Big play does it. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Connects with medium kick. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Checks with a medium kick. Knockdown. Jumps. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Time to sit on the lead. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Hit something.
아!
This is going to be huge.
가자! 가자!
Uses their drive to burnout activates. Crowns them from above. In there.
아, 야, 형님이 살려줬어. 최고 최고!
Back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Jumps up. The throw misses. Oh, whiffs the grabber. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Reads them.
가자!
This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? Back throw for the side switch. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Throws him. What's next? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage.
아파요.
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here.
아사! 아사!
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Hit them with a stopping block. They both looking to
가자!
jumps up. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Uses the gauge for a super.
오, 다행이다.
Big difference in life and super. Any mistake now will definitely end the round. Too much.
와, 데미지 미쳤다.
Player 2 played with a lot of heart to
저도요.
Definitely.
자, 캠프 최고!
How is this rematch going to play out? so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? No good up high. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Knockdown.
어,
Goes for the throw. Steps in for the throw.
멋있죠?
Player one creates a good corner.
아이고.
Knockdown.
아,
Into the
아,
breaking their guard.
너무 멋져요.
Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge.
아이, 너무 빨리
How
썼다.
are they going to use it? Sticks the combo. Jumps up. Breaks the block.
Oh.
Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage. if they
Oh,
can keep the
아파요.
corner pressure up. Medium kick hit. Barely blocks it.
어, 아,
Set up and gets the stun.
아,
May be as good as over.
너무 멋져요.
Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. There it is. They knew it'd be enough.
그래요? 저는 맨날 살리 형님한테 벽에서 맨날 쳐봤는데. 야,
Right
멋져,
back into the
멋져요.
rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? The jump in is denied. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player two is going to have a hard time managing
Oh!
the hits him for the start.
운영 지렸다. 역시.
They saw a
무짱
path and they
무짱.
Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump for it. Risky up close scrap still going.
어,
Manages to block the jump in.
어,
Knockout and springs forward with the drive rush. Player one will look to
가자.
They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. How will they manage their drive cables?
아, 너무 멋져요.
Anything can happen.
너무 멋져요.
Attack and get the punish count. Both fighters planning something? Goes to the air.
그러니까요.
Experiencing burnout. What were they thinking? We're so
아, 너무 멋져요. 당해버렸어.
doubt about it. What a finish.
역시.
Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion.
아, 근데 나름 뭐냐 클래식도 재밌어요. 뭐 레버 돌리는 게 빡치긴 한데.
Anti-air drop. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Lots of aggression from both sides. No good up high. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance.
아이고.
Okay, so you can use
Ah.
drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player two can't let their drive
한 번 더
to
가자.
find a way to reset the situation. Takes a trip. Oh, talk about overextending. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Life lead opens up. There's a wall splash.
아이고,
They can't do
실수했다.
anything now. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Connects with medium kick. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player two.
아이고, 안 돼. 안 돼.
아!
아, 멋져요.
Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Jumps? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player one did a great job of beating their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. All right, what's coming up next? Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? What'll happen here? Jumps in. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Attempts to break, hits them with a stopping block.
가자!
To plant them with a pile driver. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for springs forward with the driver.
아 몰라.
Sliding back for the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has the ability to find out the win?
아유 보고한 거 아니에요.
The last round. It's now or never. Dashes. Big throws. That throw will do some good damage. That connects with the throw. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. It looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. What are they gonna do? Jump! All in!
너무 잘해. 너무 잘해.
Slices the gas.
뒤졌다.
Are you putting that MD and whooping ass to work? Are we gonna see a comeback? No!
가자.
Alarm now?
가자.
Strikes them with a critical arm. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a
가자.
They both decide to ease the
내가 너무 안일했어.
Player
쩔어요.
watching replays for this one for a while.
역시 잘하죠.
Down to the wire. There's
잘하세요.
both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shakes things up with a fireball. Gets a risky buff in. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Deftly shuts off the jumper.
가자.
Good job blocking the jumper. They're showing us just how.
가자.
The jump-in is denied. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Getting into the end game now. It's getting penetrable, ends the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Caught in the cross-up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Sticks the combo.
아파요.
Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets
몰라.
damage in return. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player
아파요.
needs to use the threat of the corner here. Shows the medium kick. Blocks the impact. Experiencing burnout. Player 2, the drive impact doesn't work. Oh, the throw connects. Player 1, long critical.
에라이. 너무
This is the
뻔했다.
final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Manages to block the jump-in attack.
너무 아파요.
Throws a fireball, springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Hits him with a stopping block.
가자.
Nowhere to run. What's next? The overhead denied.
가자.
Okay, here we connect with the throw. Oh man, this is a scary range.
가자.
Going to Siberia. Both sides.
가자.
Hits him with that. Oh, sends him a personalized telegram with that frightening critical. Can they muster up the nerves for it? Are you kidding me?
뭐지? 이거 이길 수가 없었는 거였는데?
Was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
아,
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Jumps up. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage.
가자! 가자!
Both sides backing up.
가자!
Reese,
가자!
that's like that was all it took. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. The jump in. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Fireball from very long. What's next here? Fires without warning.
가자!
Looking for something after?
가자!
Minimize their damage. A quick breather. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Knockdown, burnout activate.
아, 너무 뻔했다. 와, 콤보 너무 멋져.
The big flex, the broken jaw. Sure you can. Player 1 is
야!
Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger.
장기프 꿀잼.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Gets the jump in.
어.
Combos there.
콤보 안 늦었다.
Decent damage. What's next? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Oh, these two fighters are perfectly synced.
아, 이거.
For the throw.
아, 몰라. 안 써졌네?
Both fighters
다행이다.
are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Both sides looking for an opening. Goes for the fireball.
어.
You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Expect both fighters to crank it up. Oh,
와, 보고 계셨어. 감 보고 계셨어.
this could lead to something
역시.
big.
오, 다행이다. 짭,
Boxing
짭.
with the target combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center
아,
stage.
너무 아파요.
Life lead opens up. All right, what's coming
아,
up?
몰랑. 아, 몰랑.
Target lock and scoop. A quick breather. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Queen Guru Hadouken.
아.
Player 1 on the board points with the win. You'll want to keep the pressure on. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Whiffs the throw. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable.
아, 너무 아파요.
Is planning something? You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range.
너무 멋져요.
Up, double lariat, and now reads the command grab. Burnout activates. Look at
가자.
Wild Ride. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Sees the overhead coming. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Impact squash. Are we gonna see a comeback? They're going for the super art.
야, 짧아. 아, 짜. 아야. 안 돼. 아. 너무 슬퍼. 엄청나시군.
We ain't even close to done yet. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Did well to
잘
get the
치신다.
buff in. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes.
아이고.
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. What's the play here? Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impact, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Somehow pushes
아이고.
back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. The jumping is denied. Time's the only thing moving here. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
아이고 안 눌러졌네.
Player one
아이고.
creates a good court KO.
아이고. 안돼.
Takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps in. They block the overhead and will gain control of the match in the early going. Knockdown. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash.
아 아파요.
Drive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage.
아파요.
They
오 나이스.
Stop switching sides.
아이고 아 저거 못 걸리네.
Checks with the medium. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Drive rush to keep it going. Barely blocks the jump in. Throws a fireball. Whips with that huge attack. Doing some quick planning. Jumps up. Breaks the block with a throw. A quick breather. Super hard contact.
가자.
How they approach the situation will be interesting. Play block.
가자. 오 안돼 너무 슬퍼요. 아이고 아유 나도 잘못 눌렀다.
Turns out.
아 감사해요. 아 이런 가자. 아 끝이 안 닿네. 아 이겼다. 거저 먹었다. 겨우 이겼다.
Real fight starts now. Decides not to rush in without a pause, nothing but air.
아 아파요.
Overdrive Hadouken. Player 1 will look to apply pressure close.
너무 잘 치셔.
Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player gut punch shreds him. Jumps. Dangerous range here. Tries to act quickly.
아이고.
with the attack. Switch sides. Jumps. Here comes the corner pressure.
아 눌렀는데 한 발 늦었다. 안돼 너무 잘하셔. 아.
Hit the stand.
예.
Somehow then.
안돼 너무 잘하셔.
Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
아유 너무 잘하시네요. 와 이제 거의 이제
It's not over yet.
승기를 잡으시는데.
Believe it's time for that run back. Zones with the fireball. Parries the projectile.
아야
It's not
아파라.
easy to parry projectiles in the heat of a match, but it's definitely effective. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The drive parry was successful. The throw connects for counter hit damage. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Knockdown. Still slugging it out here. Who's it gonna be? They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on.
오, 위험했다.
Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. The jump in catches them.
오 마이 갓. 오, 다행이다.
We're near the end of the round.
이제
Either fighter
백대시도
pull a rabbit out of
잘하시고.
their hat here? Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. The pressure is so intense here.
와, 이제 망했다. 다운로드 당하셨어. 아니, 당해버렸어.
What else can they get
다운로드
away with?
당해버렸어. 큰일 났어
They
이제.
both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. They block the overhead and
다운로드 당했어. 다운로드 당했어.
experiencing burnout. Going in, player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 will look a super hard,
아!
wrapping it out up close. Both fighters planning something manages to block the jump in attack.
와,
From above,
다운로드 당했어.
there's the wall splash.
아, 몰랑!
Do anything now. What's next?
아, 몰랑!
What's gonna happen?
아! 역시 너무 잘하셔. 아, 이제 다운로드 당했어 이제.
Oh,
너무 잘하셔.
build themselves a streak.
망했어. 이거 이 판 지면은
Rematch going to
캐릭을
play out.
바꿔야겠다.
Are we gonna witness
다른
a
거라도 부딪혀봐야지.
Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Goes for the drive rush there. So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back.
가자. 아이고 누워버렸네.
There's a corner switch. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Blocks the jump in. Now they get pushed into the corner.
너무
Very
아파요.
difficult to escape. Player
Oh.
1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Jump. There's the wall. They can't
오, 다행이다. 가자.
double lariat and now medium
아이고. 아, 이거
picks up the first
너무
round.
조심하시는데
That'll
안
give them a
되겠다.
psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. That drive impact doesn't get through. Forcefully closes the gap. Player 2 springs forward with the drive rush. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters.
아이고.
What will they do?
저걸
Going
나가네.
in? Blocks it. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 will experiencing burnout. Headbutt.
아이고 안 돌려갔어.
Empty drive.
아, 내 커맨드.
Very precarious situation. Out of drive.
아,
Now's the time.
안돼. 아, 벗어졌다.
Life
Ah!
is there, but still
Ah!
anyone's game.
너무 아파.
Keeps them out. They're going for the super.
아, 이제 너무 잘하셔.
Player 1 brings it home.
멋져요.
They build themselves a streak.
예, 다른 캐도 한번 해보려고. 너무 멋져요. 그 네모 눌러가지고 배틀 세팅해서 캐릭 바꾸면 돼요. 아, 형님도 또 뭐 바꾸시려고 큰일 났는데. 와, 가장 어려운 줄이랑 가위를. 가위 밀어절 하시네요. 가위. 가위는 밀어전이다.
Here comes a new challenger.
이야.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the playback play. Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. lays on the pressure with the projectile. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner.
어, 왜 안 쏘였어?
Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Burns the drive gauge. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. The throw misses. Hits them with a stop and block. Player 1.
어, 왜 안 쏘였어? 아, 기술 또 안 쓰였네.
This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Sonic boom. No drive gauge to rely on now. What are they gonna do? Blocks it. Checks him with the boom. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
아하!
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Holds out with the block. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Sonic boom! This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Taking stock. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious
아,
situation.
너무 느낌
Out
뒤졌다.
of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner game. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their
Aha!
opponent might go for a side.
멋져, 멋져.
Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just
야, 멋져, 멋져.
solid read on the ball. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Let's loose a boom. Checks him with the boom. Both fighters are raring to go. Perfect input on the sonic boom. Links it.
멋져, 멋져.
Both sides getting ready. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can it all in with a rush? Wyatt crowns him from the top. What now? Boom! Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player 2 adds a bit of
가자! 가자!
execution is on point. Let's lose the boom. Sonic blade to steal a turn. Quick medium drive rush.
어, 썼는데.
Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
what a smart throw. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? Answers with a fireball. Oh man, who's gonna take this? This round may end with a tie.
아이고, 아이고, 잘못 눌렀다.
Player 1 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Jumps in. Checks him with the boom. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Alright. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Parries the projectile. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Turns it up a notch and then beats it up with a combo into super. Alright, what's coming up next? This stun might decay.
No!
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they do?
가자!
The jumping is denied. Shows the medium kick.
아파라.
Sonic Boom. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Burnout activates. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Out of drive game. Now's the time. Barely blocks the jump.
아이고. 오! 아이 벽에 닿다니. 오 다행이다.
Needs to use the threat of the corner here. Checks him with the boom. Jones with the fireball. Duck were then looking to connect with an overdrive arc in this situation. Perfect input on the Sonic Boom. Shows a medium kick. Then
Huzzah!
toss. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be?
아 짧아.
Player 2 can't let this simmer. They got it. The low kick hits. Hits the drive.
아 짧아.
Now, willing to risk it for the overdrive.
아다. 히히 이겼다.
Mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Still very early in the round. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance.
아 아파요.
Pushes the opponent into the corner.
아.
Some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out.
위험했다.
Player 2 has used up all of their
이게 아닌데?
combo.
멋져.
Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Oh, easy tech. Where is their opening? Okay, creating some space here. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike.
아이고.
With the fireball.
아.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. The jump in is denied. Goes for a drive run. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Okay, so
아유
you
역가드가
can
아니었네.
use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away.
또 실수했다.
Barely blocks the jump
아이고.
in. Player 1, nice read. Denies them with a somersault kick. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Quick breather. Paladin experiencing burnout.
아이고 뛰었는데.
Got him up against the wall.
안돼. 아 너무 멋져.
They're not playing around here. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save it. Adds a bit of OD spice. Let's lose a boom. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Boom! Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? There's a burnout. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive kick crowns them from above.
안돼.
May decide this round.
가자.
Kill. No doubt about it. Closes it out.
아유 힘들다. 역시 너무
We're
잘하셔.
going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it left to grind out the win? This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Hit them with a stopping bomb. Still plenty of time.
안 맞네. 맞아 쓰러뜨려야 되는데.
Gotta be mindful of reach and jumping. Ooh, what a smart throw. A quick breather. Player 1 is in a very good spot. Knocked
Oh.
out of the air. Gets all in with
멋져요.
both sides. It's the drive impact doesn't work. Target combo into. Let's lose a boom. Shakes things up with a fireball. What are they gonna do? Sonic Blade for some cover fire. They push their way out of the corner. Boom! They're recovered. Perfect input. Execution is on point. Low heavy, but no go. Somehow managed all in with a rush.
와.
Amazing. Player 2.
어.
can't
너무 잘하셔. 너무 잘해.
Truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Sonic boom. Checks him with the boom. Checks him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't
같은
jump, they're
생각.
one of the best ground game machines. What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan.
너무 잘하셔.
Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Takes a trip. Player one chases them down. Shoots off a fireball up close. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. From up above.
이게 아닌데?
KO.
잘못 눌렀다.
Player one picks up the always
안
important
돼.
first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checking their reactions with a fireball. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Pokes with a medium kick. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand.
기술 못
They
넣네.
put on the sonic boom. Still slugging it out at this range. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Sonic boom. Saw that coming. Checks him with the boom. Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Clean parry. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Took him to the corner in a flash. Perfect execution with the anti-air.
눌렀는데.
Drive impact isn't going to
반응이
work.
늦네.
Player one, all the
알겠네.
throw connects. A quick breather. Oh, huge tank. Reverse spin kick? Willing to risk it for the opponent?
아이고, 밀린다. 너무 잘해.
Showed they are truly the best of the best.
저 가일 많이 했어요.
Right back into the rematch.
가일은 좀 했는데.
Sonic boom. Big gap between the two fighters. So they throw out a fire. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Raise on the pressure with the projectile. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Not letting that go. Backs them into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The jump in is denied.
눌렀는데.
They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 1 is
번 더!
maintaining the corner position for some
한 번 더! 한 번 더!
Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Holds out with the block. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player
아이고.
This is a huge chance to make it feel it. Taking stock. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punch count.
안 됐다.
Can't use X.
왜 안 눌러져? 안 되네.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a
침착하게,
psychological
침착하게.
advantage. Checking their reactions with a fireball? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick.
이제 완전 간파당했네. 너무 잘해.
This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. They were in
잘해,
full
잘해.
control there.
너무 잘해.
Player 1 is the last fighter standing.
가일의 신이 나타났다. 멋져요!
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Blocks the jump in. Shows the overhead. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fire. Parries the projectile. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Oh, easy 10. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive, finding it tricky to manage their drive. The drive impact whip.
너무 잘해. 가자!
Not letting that go unpunished. Brings
가자!
How is this going to work out for them? Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Gotta be careful not to lose that big low attack.
그럼 일반 곡기요.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Immediate jump in. Everything up until now, and everything from here
아,
on
이게
out
아닌데.
is so vital. Doesn't miss a beat. Reverse spin kick. Jumps up. Sonic boom. Both fighters planning something. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. Nice read. Denies them with the somersault kick. Checks them with the boom. Jump. There kick.
아, 이런.
Stop and pop.
안 돼! 아, 너무 잘해! 너무 잘해! 예!
There it is. They knew it.
너무 잘해!
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. This can lead to some big damage. Breaks the block
아이고.
with a throw.
목적을 당하네.
Drive rush to keep it going. Play it off. Huge damage.
아이고.
Player 2 slams on
망했다!
out the corner. Amazing. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Burns out. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. And they burn out in sync. Perfect boom whips the net. Runs the space between the
아,
players.
아파요.
What are they cooking up? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Links it.
아파요.
What now? Somersault kick to take them head on. And
야, 이제.
rushes in. Oh, they switch sides. Has the bit.
아이고. 아이고. 너무 잘해.
Oh, they are truly
너무 잘해. 어떤 거요? 아, 담탐 좋죠. 안 되겠다. 이거 너무 잘하시는데? 너무 잘하시니까 이거 범접할 수가 없다. 그렇죠. 아, 그래도 그래도 스파 오셔가지고 환영합니다. 역시 잘하셔. 너무 잘하시. 예. 확실히 어려워요. 예, 잡기 심리가 어렵더라고요. 혼다가 뭐 판정이 좋다 하더라고요. 엄청 그 머리 찍는 거 사기라고. 그래요? 굳이 살림 잘하시던데. 뭐 누가 줬다고요? 아 그러면 다른 캐릭을 한번 아, 캔 좋아요. 그 추격기가 있어가지고는 괜찮더라고요. 다이고 캔 하는 거 보니까 미쳤던데. DJ는 기술이 단순한데 데미지가 엄청나가지고. DJ는 그래도 할만할 거예요. 왜냐면 다다니트 해가지고 주먹으로 빠바바바바방 때릴 때 그때 비싸게 줄 수 있거든요. 그래도 얼마나 잘하시면 4연승을 하셨어. 너무 잘하심. 짜라. 어떤 거요? 그 콤보 트라이얼은요? 콤보 트라이얼은 다 해보고 이제 그게 이제 뭐라 해야 되지? 그게 각각 캐릭마다 좀 느낌이 달라가지고는 이게 그래도 길티기어보다는 그나마 낫다고 해야 되나 이게. 그거 하나 빼고 다 했어요. 그 가일 상급 3인가 뭐 2인가 그거 콤보 빼고 다 성공했거든요. 솔직히 실전용이 몇 개 없다고 살리 형님이 몇 개 그런 거는 이제 방송 보거나 이제 콤보 연습해야 된다고 그 트레이닝 룸에서 한번 실험해보고 괜찮은 콤보 그거를 차라리 발굴하는 게 낫지. 콤보대로 하면 못 는데요. 힘들다고. 아마 그런데 한 명 더 있네요. 아마 살리 형님 아니실지. 아무 말도 안 하신 거 보면은 살리 형님 맞으신지 아니신지도 모르겠고. 오, 나왔다. 나도 그럼 캐릭 바꿔볼까? 아이고, 일단 가일 해보자. 무쩌용! 거의 다 저녁에 만나서 새벽까지 하거든요.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Definitely so. Finds the time to squeeze in above.
너무 잘하셔.
To the corner, or it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Throws out a projectile. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Absorbs the attack and fires back.
아이고, 나 꼭 쓰러지면서 해야 되는데 잘못 눌렀다.
Sticks the combo. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The jump in is denied. Sonic boom. Player 2 really suffered there in the corner for a while. How can they avoid being put there this round? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Throws them. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Can't tech the throw? Oh, says no to the impact. Forcefully closes the gap. Blocks it. Good job blocking the jump in.
너무 잘해. 지쳤다.
Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around.
잘하세요.
They're thinking of scoring big off this cage use. Player 1 experiencing burnout. Saihasho hits them with a stop and Oh no, they're stunned. They must have a game plan here with a critical burnout activate.
너무 잘하셔.
With breather. KO.
야, 진짜 잘했다.
When you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive
진짜 잘하세요.
win.
잘하시는데요?
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks him with the projectile. Nails the anti-air. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Can't tech the throw. Next up, these two fighters are perfectly synced. The jump in is denied. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Taking stock. Throws out a projectile. Parries the projectile. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. The super armor does its job. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense.
아이고 안 됐다.
Sonic boom! This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Low on life, but the drive's there. How will they use it? A quick breather. Burnout activates. Player one needs extra.
아유 다행이다.
Fireball gives them the round. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The jump in is denied. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player one chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Won't play their game. Says
너무 아파요.
no to overdrive 10 seconds. Connects with medium kick. Are they going to be able to
너무 잘하셔.
and eats it. Switch out. Let's loose a boom.
아 너무 잘하셔.
We're going into the final round.
천재.
Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Goes to the air. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Ooh, you never know. Super art to show what a PhD and fighters can do for you. What will they do next? Both sides getting ready. Jump. Throw double bump.
어
Throw.
너무 잘하셔.
Leave on the flash kick to get them out of a jam. Move. They are not getting close to each other. Okay, here we go. Jump. No way.
너무
No
잘하셔.
sign of letting up from out of the corner. Player one can't let this go.
아이고,
They gotta
이건데.
start cooking.
어.
Take a seat. The pressure must be driving them nuts. Who are they swinging at?
아 몰라.
Time to make them famous.
아이 잘못했다. 아유. 아 운영을 제대로 못했네.
Player two.
괜찮아. 할 수 있어.
But that could have been
할 수 있어.
No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. And eats it. Medium kick hits. Jumps. Very solid corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Opts for the throw. Checks with the projectile. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Tons of drive and help to work with. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Nice solid counter. Player one chases them down. Decides to meet them in the air. Had the
아,
leg
이
up and
칼 같으시네.
Nice read. Denies them with a somersault play. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Checks them with the boom. The jump in is denied. Shows a medium kick. Sonic boom. Blocks the impact. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. This
아.
is bad news. Player two
아.
looking to
아사.
with this super. The super doesn't hit.
아사.
Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Big, low, reaching header. Sonic boom. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 hits them with a stop and pop. Quick breather, checks them with a boom. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? From low heavy to... Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown and...
너무 아파요. 눌렀는데. 아유.
They can't do anything now.
안 돼! 맞아! 안 돼!
This is a complete shot.
안 돼!
Kick stops them cold. Player 2
안 돼!
use any time boost. Gotta play it safe. This is a critical moment. Here comes the corner pressure. A jump. Fades out the low kick.
안 돼! 안 돼!
Both fighters gotta go all in for this one. Starts things off with a jump in. Blocks it. Flushes that off and keeps going.
아이고.
Jumps in. Ooh,
아이고.
whoa. What's next? Jump. Oh my god, what a throw tech. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Somehow manages to block the jump. Oh,
너무 잘하셔.
this is a bad situation.
아.
Somersault kick to take them head on. Let's lose the boom. Oh, they changed sides.
오, 위험했다.
What are they gonna do?
어.
Sides getting ready.
아이고, 너무 아파요.
Cash. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
죽어주세요!
Okay, here we go.
죽어주세요! 죽어주세요!
Can't use any drive.
죽어주세요!
Drive it back.
안 돼! 존나 잔인해!
No doubt about it. Does not leave
개잔인해!
with that super finish. Player 1 really had to fight for this one. No shortage.
맞게임이에요? 잠깐만, 맞게임 하시는 거예요? 그러면은 갑니다. 너무 잘하셔! 최고 최고! 이제 오셨다 살리 형님. 이제 거진 다 끝났는데. 너무 잘하셔. 이거 잘못 눌렀어요. 잘못 취소해버렸어. 예. 너무 다른 사람이었던 것 같아요. 너무 잘하셔. 최고 최고.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
아닙니다.
How's it round one?
스코어 비등비등해요 형님.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Will they incorporate the full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Charges in with authority.
잘못했다.
Who's gonna make a move? Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? Getting to meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Alright, what's coming up next?
또 잘못했다.
So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Reacts to the throw. Anything could happen here. Goes for the drive rush there. And that attack ends it. Player 2 picks up the always
블라카를 자주 안 만나 보셔가지고.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Pokes with a medium kick. Connects with medium kick. Knockdown and still slugging it out at this range. Blocks it. Both fighters need to find a way to use
아 이게
their drive.
당하는구나.
Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out
아이고.
offense powered by their drives or play it safe and conservative. Player one needs to use the threat of the corners. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Super clutch, big time whip! A real test of nerves. Can this drive bring them back? Jingu Hadouken! They take charges forward. Absolutely relentless. Goes off beat with the aerial roller.
네 맞아요.
Nice fireball. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. They back down to regroup. This may be the fight. There's a burnout.
아이고.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is it.
아, 왜안 써져?
Take it all. Hits him with a stop and vibe. Medium kick. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. Big time win. Both sides getting ready. Player one with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? What's next? Goes off beat with the aerial rolling. Connects with the throw. Getting up close and personal. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Drive rush. Drive and back misses. Crowns him from above. Jump. Pumps the brakes on impact. This is gonna hurt.
아이고 안 써졌다.
Oh, there's a burnout. Dangerous range here. Neither fighter is showing any signs of that. Crossbones, baby.
약손이 안 먹게. 안돼. 너무 슬퍼.
Smart move, man. Great game.
너무 잘하셔. 너무 잘하셔.
Not over yet. Best believe it's time for that win back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Blocks it. Time's the only thing moving here. Left off a projectile to waste time. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here.
아이고 실수했다.
Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop it. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to
아,
a
이것도
combo,
아닌데.
it's low risk
괜찮아?
but effective.
많이 깎았다.
Looks like our fighters are taking a breather. The jump-in is denied. Taking stock. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. What's their game plan here? at this
아이고,
critical
눌렀는데.
stage?
큰일
This is
났다.
a huge chance to make a feud. Like
아,
the round
너무
with the
잘해.
same combo. Amazing. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Backstep rolling attack.
아 왜 안 쓰지?
Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Knockdown and the fighters return to the middle of the stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Looking for a chance. Player one can't use any drive moves without burn. Hits them with a stop and vibe.
아 나 이거 꼭 실수하네.
Nice fireball. Keeps them out. So, what's next? Committing it all on the drive run. Springs forward with the drive run.
아 뛰었는데
No doubt about it.
죽었다. 너무 멋져요. 묻죠.
Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
아 언제 퇴근하신대? 6시요?
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Holds out with the block. Well-timed command program. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? No good up high. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Deftly shuts out the jump move. Okay, both fighters are taking a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive
너무
gauge
잘하셔.
replenishes? That's the jump in they were looking for. Very solid corner switch. Life lead opens up. Reads them. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Good job blocking.
예, 안 써졌어요.
Showing us just how patient they can be. This is the big
아이고.
huge statement with that finish.
기술이 안 나가.
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Was looking for that jump attack. Early round decisions are so
아,
important to set the
너무 안
tone.
나간다 그래서.
Jumps barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Hit back with the overdrive protocol. Still slugging it out at this range. Opts to continue the attack with
아, 눌렀는데.
that drive attack isn't going to work.
방어하고 있으면 안 돼.
Player 1
늦어버리다.
holding on to that corner effect. The low block uses the gauge for a super arm. Going for the conclusive kill with that super.
너무 잘하셔. 최고 최고. 예, 고생하셨습니다.
Took no time to finish that fight.
최고다. 너무 잘하셔. 멋져요. 너무 잘하셔. 최고 최고. 멋져요. 예, 이따 보시게요. 네. 이제 방송 꺼야겠다. 방송이요? 그냥 뭐 제가 뭐라 썼더라 이거 방송 제목? 스파 깍깍 스파 깍깍 이렇게 했는데 개빨았죠요. 뭐 제가 그거 뭐냐 거의 신경을 안 쓰냐 아마 뒤에 많이 밀렸을 거예요 그게. 책임알아요 책임알아. 그게 실존 인물이라서. 예, 들어갔어요. 고생하셨어요. 방송 꺼야지.